Right, welcome back everybody to another episode of City Skylines. In the last one we kind of made a little bit of a mistake here. So after we did all this stuff over here, I let it run without connecting up the power. And that was a huge mistake because actually, if we go into here, brace yourselves, this is what happened here. This just died. This is all I've spent the last night rebuilding this all back up. It was a little bit of a challenge. I had to go and disable a whole bunch of stuff because I mean we dropped to near zero. Right as soon as we were hitting about negative 20,000 or so, the city started to rebound a little bit. It wasn't too bad because I disabled most of it. I just kind of kept what I needed, and then of course we had all this infrastructure here that nobody was using for a while. It was pretty crazy. It was a ghost town. I was thinking about just taking a couple clips of it, but my main goal is just trying to get the city. As you can see, there's a lot of empty plots. Hopefully they'll get back up there on their feet before too long, because we were almost at 40,000 or so there for a while. So we're getting closer. We're at about 25,000 now. So hopefully we can continue the growth. I'm gonna go and change a few things in this area, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about this interchange, and I'm just kind of worried about that. But I went ahead. Pretty much everything that we had before is enabled. I don't know if I went and disabled any parks or anything. Doesn't look like I did. I disabled some policies, a whole bunch of basically all the policies and all that kind of stuff, but we got that pretty much back in order. I'm not sure if this area is going to be kept out here. I'm kind of liking it, but I'm kind of not at the same time. It's just kind of, I don't know, maybe if we grow stuff around it, it'll look a little bit better, but right now I'm not sure about it. So maybe at some point it'll grow on me, or we might change it up. I'm not sure. We got this new area out over here, but I want to start by working on this a little bit. So what we're gonna do, because I don't like the way this looks, honestly I just don't like the way that looks, and so we're gonna change that. We're probably gonna keep the on-ramp going like that, but this is going to change quite a bit. So let's go ahead, oops, sorry, I don't know what that was. Let's go ahead and let's do this real quick. Alright, so yeah, and then there was another problem that I had where I accidentally saved this city on top of my personal city that I've been doing. Luckily I had a backup of that, and then on top of that, the recordings for episodes 36 through 38 I thought rendered out properly, so I deleted the source files, and unfortunately they did not. Luckily I had a backup of that, or I used the Windows recovery and it worked. So that saved me because it was only a couple days ago, but that could have ended a lot worse than it did. But luckily I had that to go on, because otherwise it would put up in a big deal. Yeah, it's been a little crazy with the city skylines here. Luckily everything's kind of getting back in order here. But yeah, it's been a little crazy. So let's see here. Yeah, so between that and then I had to recover the city, and yeah, it's just been a little bit of a mess. It was definitely crazy having to luckily it was only a couple days ago that I had to worry about those recordings, because if it was longer than that, it probably wouldn't have found them again, because I thought for sure that they'd rendered out, and so I just deleted the files, the source files, and I thought everything was good to go, and no, it was not. I went back. 37 didn't even export properly, and then 38 exported what looked like it exported, but only exported like 30 seconds of it, and then 36 was 36 was completely corrupted. So it was a little bit of a mess, but oh well. So I'm thinking we'll kind of do this with the frontage road. It's going to come down to where it's still pretty steep. That looks alright though. I think that'll work. Kind of come down to where it's in less of an angle, but we could probably make it work by coming down a little bit closer. I'm not sure how it's going to affect it that much, but let's see if we can do anything here. Let's start with a little bit of terraform. Let's just see if we can get anywhere with that. Some bug I've noticed with the tool lately. I think it did an update recently. It's just where you click on it, it doesn't actually click on it. It's kind of frustrating. But oh well. So maybe if I kind of do something like that, yeah, it worked with me a little bit, didn't it? I'm gonna say that's gonna be doable. It's a little steep, but I mean that's kind of what you expect. So That looks good. So let's go ahead and see if we can kind of mess it up here. Do something like that, so it'll kind of curve off. So that looks like it's gonna be pretty decent. All right, so it's a little bit closer and it's a little bit less of a extreme of an angle. So it should make it look a little bit better. This side actually didn't look too bad. It was just that side. So that should work. Yeah, that should work there. So it just comes over just a little bit. We can probably get rid of that little, that's 2 lanes right there. All right, so now how we want to do the on-ramp. Definitely don't want to do it too extreme for sure. We've got some, we got an older freeway in our city, and some of the on-ramps that worked out way better than I had expected. But some of the on-ramps are all curved and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and change this. Oh man, you know what? We have a solution for that. There we go. Works like a charm every time. I like that little button right there. Alright, and so we're going to upgrade this to that. We're going to switch directions. Alright, so that'll merge into there. Alright, so then we can change the directions here. I'm just going to use this tool because we've already got it. So what? Oh, that was already going the right way. Alright, so that changes a little bit, but I think that'll be okay. And it still allows for the off and on ramps, and then they're switched, so it should work a little bit better. You know, anybody that has to get on from here is going to have to take a little bit more of a trip on the frontage road, but that's alright. That'll work. I did start to zone this out a little bit too, just because I was wanting to see if any new places would build kind of away from some of the abandoned buildings, because I did turn on the script that does it for you, but I didn't want to do too many of them because there were some buildings that would have lost power. So it was definitely a little bit of a challenge, but it's not the first time that I've done that, needless to say. So and I'm sure it won't be the last. Let's just zone out some of this stuff. I don't know, I don't have water in all of the area. Okay. And one other thing I was thinking of doing while I was you know, kind of going around the city making sure everything was good was possibly not building anything down on this hillside down below. You know, like, because we have these here, I think it would look better if we didn't, and then we can make it easier for road widening as well. So I think, yeah, I just don't like the way it looks when there's a house right below them like that. It just doesn't look right to me. So I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of housing for that. I'm going to go and at least do it till there, because that's where probably do a house right there on the corner. We'll leave these guys because these guys will be alright. I'm thinking of widening out this road as well, just kind of taking care of it right now. But, you know, I'm going to kind of leave it because I don't know what I'm going to do over here. And then I don't know how the city's going to be affected at the moment. So, let's see here. They're not really using this off-ramp yet, but I have a feeling that they're going to. Hopefully they will soon. Okay, just making sure those were all lined up there. So we have that comes off there and then ends over there. Okay. Kind of want to redo that ramp a little bit. It looks like it could be a little bit better done, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now. This, I'm gonna go and leave that like it is. I don't know how that's gonna go. We might just end it there at this road here, because I mean, if we take it over here, there's really no need for it over here. So yeah, let's go and end. I think we'll go ahead and keep the what you call it, the turnaround lane right there. But we're gonna go ahead and change this to just being an on-ramp here. And I think we're just gonna keep the turnaround lane because if someone's coming on here and they missed this opportunity, then they come here and just get right on the freeway. I think it'll work out for the best. Alright, so that'll kind of rework this a little bit, but it'll all be good. So then we'll kind of curve it, and then, ooh, okay. Is that gonna, okay, that works. I was kind of afraid of that. Ooh, that's kind of close though. You know what? I think we'll leave it for now. If it becomes a problem, we'll go ahead and mess with it, but I just don't want to have to deal with that right now, so, yeah, that's weird. Alright, let's see if we can fix this without breaking it entirely. Alright, there we go. Ooh, that looks about the same. That looks a little bit better, actually. So we'll do that. So that's still for that. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is all gonna play out. I'm not sure if we're gonna take this more up this way or what for this this interchange here. It's gonna make it a little bit interesting. Now that we have this set up like this, we might just dig this one down below and then bring this one right across, because it's already at ground level. Like, one of my concerns was this is gonna be a bridge. And so it's like, well, it would be pointless because you'd have to go bridge straight down below ground, and it was just going to make it, you know, it wasn't going to look good. It wasn't going to really work either. But now that this is at pretty much ground level the whole time, basically right after this, we can start digging it down below ground, and we can probably create a nice little stack interchange or something here. So I think that might be something we do. I might do that off camera because that's going to be a lot of trial and error. It's going to be a lot of work. And I just, you know, I may do like a speed run of it or something, you know, upload a video of it kind of in fast forward compared to actually sitting there trying to explain it, because if I sit there and try and explain it while I'm doing it, it's going to take forever. But I might sit down at some point and just do it, because I think it'll look pretty good if we can get it done right. But you know, it's going to take a while to do that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I think at this point we can cross the railroad tracks without too much of an issue. And I kind of also want to redo the railroad tracks now that I have the ability to take off those overhead wires. But we'll wait a little bit on that. So we're going to go ahead and keep up with the... I was thinking of keeping up with the grid for a little bit. We're not going to keep the grid going for very long. I kind of want to redo this. And this also reminds me, I want to redo the districting a little bit. So what I say is going to be, what I see as downtown is going to be this road and this freeway, these freeways. So these two freeways to this road that curves down. That's what I'm going to consider downtown. And then anything out over here and over here is going to be something else. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean this up, and then we're also going to try and create a little area out over here to just see, just create it here. So we're going to take the small one, and should we just try and, yeah, I don't want to, it doesn't need to be perfect, but we might jump across the road for downtown. I don't know yet. But when I zoom out, that's what I envision the size of downtown as being. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to kind of clean up this district a little bit. We're not going to try and make it perfect, because I'm yet to make districts look anywhere halfway decent, but we're going to go ahead and kind of clean this up and at least kind of get it figured out. And so we can kind of get some extra districts in here for some different stuff anyways. Yeah, this was all supposed to be part of downtown at some point. We can use the bigger one for this. Just kind of chop this area up. Just be careful not to go too far. We can always clean it up, of course, but yeah, this downtown may extend beyond that, but I think it'll be, you know, kind of getting into the territory of something different, because I don't know, this is a pretty large area. Ooh, okay, there's suddenly not part of downtown. This is a pretty large area, so I just kind of want, that's kind of what, you know, I was kind of looking at before recording. It was like, because I was actually just checking the districts for making sure all the policies were in place that were there before. And so that's when I started thinking about like where downtown should be and all that kind of stuff. This is one of the on-ramps. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this is one of the on-ramps I want to clean up. As you can see, it kind of goes under and then S-curves back, or comes back a little bit. And you know, it's not really that noticeable, but it's not that great either, so. Alright. So we'll do that, and then we'll make sure that these guys are still part of downtown. Now, the cutoff, I think it's going to be this side of the road, so these guys are going to be a little out of luck. So that's pretty much how downtown's going to be. Let's clean this up a little bit. That road might as well just... Don't really need it right now, but I mean, that road is already pretty much... That's like... It's going to become the bottleneck of the road. So let's go ahead and fix that up real quick. Because that's like... These are like the only couple blocks that are not... 4-laned, 5-laned, whatever you want to say. I also want to clean up a few of these I want to clean up a few of these high school campuses as well. I've been really getting into trying to make them look semi-decent instead of just being a high school there. I usually put some other stuff around them. And I've been really getting into that lately, and I want to try and do that for this city as well. Go and just make sure everything's zoned out here, because this road from all the way from this freeway, and then it just came to just here, and then it was like back up here, and then all the way to here. So we might as well just do the whole thing and get it out of the way now. You know, it's like, yeah, some people lost their homes, but unfortunately, you know, that's just kind of what we got right now. So, but this should look pretty good, I think. Almost need to just do that for that road as well. And we also need to get another through road down here, but I'm thinking that this area might not stick around. I'm not sure. I'm really not too sure right now. I don't really need to zone new areas, but I mean, we might as well. Do we have water? Okay, we got water in that area. Okay. Oops. Probably could have done that in one shot if I didn't mess it up. Probably would have connected. Yep. Alright, so the next one would be this one. Like so. And then will that connect? That connect right in. Nice. Alright. And this one's going to be a little bit more of a challenge because of the pipe right there. But it worked anyways. So I'm not going to complain. So we're just going to do that. And I don't have any markers out there, so I'm not going to mess with that one right at the moment. Yeah, so that road, I like how that road kind of comes around. I really do. Looks pretty good. I like how this area and then this area is a little bit different. You know, it's still kind of got the grid kind of, you know, downtown type, you know, vibe to it, but it's still different enough. I kind of want to just, we don't really need it, but I usually do this as you've seen anyways, so I'm just going to go and do this now. I just do that because it kind of gives a turn lane and all that kinds of stuff, so I'm thinking probably create a little bit better of an on-ramp there too, the way that this all is. Don't really need well, here might have been a good place to have a turnaround lane, but we don't have the space for it. Not anymore. We probably could have if we thought about putting that in. I'm not sure why I didn't put one in, but oh well. Yeah, that's all good. We got quite a few cars. Let's see, we've yet to cross about 25,000, but I haven't really let it build up quite yet. So this is kind of like this area right now is like the core of downtown. This is like where the offices and stuff are, right? Yeah, so we got offices, we got some larger, more upscale, what do you call it? Commercial buildings, and so I think like the core of downtown is going to be mainly in this area here. This is where you're going to see like the tall buildings and all that kind of stuff. That's where I'm going to kind of focus that on. Maybe back here we'll do some more residential, you know, taller residential area, but I don't think downtown's going to extend, you know, tall buildings are going to really go beyond these two kind of squares here. Going to kind of contain it a little bit. You know, not saying that the other areas won't, you know, build up, but I'm going to say like the main source of downtown is probably going to stick to those areas. That's going to become like a very, very, you know, much of a destination type of place, kind of a place for your business. That's what's good. Yeah, as you can see, I think did I turn this? I didn't turn the station off. I thought I did. Maybe I turned it back on at some point. I think I turned that station off because I didn't want that one there anymore. I'm going to go and turn that one off because I don't really want that one there anyways. I'm probably going to change things up there. And then I'm probably going to try, in the next couple episodes too, we're probably going to finish out the freeway all the way around here and get an area building out here because I want to get this bridge done. And I want to build a little bit of stuff over here. Probably by the bridge, like down over here, we're going to build a cargo area, and then we're going to build some industry up around that, and then we're going to bring the rail across. So we're probably going to be able to use, let me see if I can find it here. It's like the main hub, and it's got rail that comes a lot across the front. I'm not sure if I want to use that or not, to be honest with you. Because I don't know how the rail is going to act They're at the... But rail is probably going to run across the front anyways, so you'll probably run across the coast anyways. Like, we'll come across, come down, and then the highway's gonna come up and across and then come down beside this mountain here. What I'm thinking, quite possibly, is that the highway's gonna end and there's gonna be a little city here. That may be a bad idea, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, there's I don't know. Yeah, that may be a bad idea. But I'm not sure. I really am not sure because I just needed some light. Yeah, because maybe have it end, like have a city and then kind of have it end as it's entering the city and that become the road. Maybe have it kind of split off into 2 roads so that, you know, all of them that come into there. That could work. I don't know. We'll figure that all out. I'm not really ready to build a city over there right now anyways, so we'll figure that out as the time goes. But this area, let's check the districts while we're here. Yeah, this is not even part of the district here. So this is called Lakeview. So man, I just kind of went a little crazy with the districting here. So let's go ahead and cut that. And I guess that neighborhood could come up to probably, yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be all of us over here. It's crazy. This little area started because of that train station right there. That train station idea I had. Alright, so it's gonna, basically, I think Lakeview is gonna come up to this road here. Oh, it's actually let me do this. Normally, I've seen this game have a problem with me trying to create a district that thin. But it's basically gonna be up to that road there. So this will all become part of it. So use the larger one, but be very, ooh, coarse. Alright. I'm gonna have to kind of clean that up a little bit. But oh well, so it's gonna be kind of, oops. Oh man. So it's gonna be just basically up to this road here. It's gonna be that Lakeview district because it's overlooking the lake. And then this road, what I foresee this road is going to, it's going to shoot across the map here. Now, is it going to end into this road or is it going to end into here? I'm thinking that it could end into this road or even this road could like end here. It's going to come up and in there. That one comes up and over there. Maybe it kind of splits off at this point. There's a road that comes up this way. And then one that comes over this way. We could do something like that. Or we could have this road just in here and then have this one kind of curve and come over here. Ooh, there's so many options. But I think... yeah, I think it'll come up here. And I think we'll just end it in here. Maybe have it split off. Yeah, I think splitting it off would be better. And then I would give a little bit more use to this road. Because right now there's really... well, there's so few people that are using it to get off there. But again, they're all just coming down to that road there. So there's really no point. It's kind of messed up a little messed up, but oh well. That road's pretty bumpy. Look at that thing. That's crazy. So... yeah, I'm going to say that's going to be probably the best option. There's actually quite a few cars that get off and go under there. Like, really? They can't go down? Oh, man. We might have to do something crazy with this road. In fact, why don't we do this? Then they're all going to come down to this road. Watch. So, on this road, let's go ahead and change it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. So, now they're all going to get off there and go down to this road, right? Or even go on this road and go around the curve. I already know how the traffic's going to work in this game. I can already sense it. Yep. As you can see, they're pretty much doing the same exact thing. They could care less. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just kind of hoping it would be daytime so I can kind of more easily see what I'm doing here. Alright, so we're of course going to use what they call the national road in this game. But so it's going to come across here. It's going to come across the tracks. So we got tracks. Is that a road? That is a road. Okay. So it'll come across that road. So connect into there. So I think for the first little bit of it, it is going to come basically straight across everything. And then, so it could probably curve into there, no problem, and then we can have that road. Yeah, so it might create a little bit of an interesting traffic problem later on, but I think that'll work. Yeah, that gives plenty of distance. I was afraid it's going to be a little bit closer to that than it actually was. So that should work for sure. And then we're going to go ahead and change this road. Go and turn that into there as well. I don't know anything built across here. Why don't we do that for here? Yeah, and I don't think we're going to do an interchange with this road here. I think this is just going to come across, or it's going to go under as well. Yeah, if this becomes a bridge, if this stays like the configuration is now, then we might just keep a bridge all the way across. But if not, we might just put this guy under, just like it was over here. I don't know yet. That's kind of far down the road, so I'm not really going to worry about that. There's a lot of cars coming through there. That's crazy. They get on to the freeway and then they merge over. Well, if they're not getting right off again. Yeah, that works out pretty nicely. I like that, except for cutting across 3 lanes there. Right. So let's see. Our population is doing pretty good. It's bouncing back for sure. So yeah, so we got that road all the way across. So that should, yeah, they're already using that too, which I figured they would. It's gonna give a nice little shortcut. It runs right across the map basically. I feel like if we connect it up here, it's just gonna be way too easy, and they're gonna get off here and flood this road. So I want to kind of take it easy, if you know what I mean. So that's gonna connect in there. Should we continue that down and connect in? Maybe kind of swing down or connect into here. Maybe break off of this road. I definitely want to do something different about this. I don't like this connection here. I just did that for a temporary connection, but we haven't really built anything over here, so it hasn't really mattered that much. Let's just check traffic levels real quick. Yeah, of course, traffic there. Wow, yeah, it's backing up onto the freeway a little bit. Not too bad, though. Traffic getting on, not a big deal. Getting off there, not too much of a big deal. That's not really that big of a deal. There's actually a lot of people getting off there. Are they going straight across? Yeah, they're going across the map. Let's see. Okay, so there's a decent amount of cars that are using that. And there's some that are getting onto the freeway that way, because that's gotta be a pretty quick route, especially for like some of these guys. Well, they don't really have a connection over to this road. Let's see if we can do that without. Of course, we're gonna take out some power lines by doing that. Gonna see if we can make their lives a little bit nicer, but you know, of course, me trying to do that is going to inconvenience me as well. I can always just put the power lines back, but you know. Alright, so I think I'm going to end the episode there. Didn't really do a whole lot in this one. We just kind of cleaned up some stuff. So hopefully in the next one, what I plan on doing is, I'm not sure. We might try and finish this freeway. We might try something else. I'm not sure. We're kind of waiting for the city to get back on its feet again as well. But I think we're going to just continue to zone out and expand all this stuff over here. That guy's turned back on, so that's good. And we'll just kind of get this area all sorted out here. So definitely, guys, if you like this series, go to the like button, favorite, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Definitely stay tuned for future episodes. And as always, thanks for watching.